Don't get too stressed that they won't let you into Adelaide. I don't want to be offensive to South Australians, but why would you want to go there?
These are the words of Victorian Premier Daniel Andrews at a press conference earlier today, and he's made South Aussies pissed. Our Premier Stephen Marshall even clapped back with a video featuring some of SA's primo locations captured by video boy Elliot Grafton. But if you live here, you already know that this big beautiful state is chock full of gorgeous beaches, epic hill scenery, old as churches, and our fair share of weird units. Unfortunately, I don't think this is gonna get Danny Andy even remotely amped to come and see how beautiful this is when he's allowed to see it, regardless of how many weird units we've got. Danny Andy is more of the type to use SA as the proverbial punching bag of Australian tourism, telling those who haven't seen icons like the Muzza Bizza Bunya, the Shackers at Brighton Beach, or the weird drippy lights at Prospect that kind of look like Italian hands, that Adelaide has nothing fun to offer, all because he came here one time without a friend to hold his hand and help him explore the city's nightlife, let alone the state's wider regions properly. It's okay. I've seen this jump to conclusion before in cases from Brisbane.
I think if you live in Adelaide, it's just one big retirement village.
By a journalist of sorts.
You won't see much in Adelaide. Adelaide's a shithole. No disrespect.
And even by Big Goober and AFL overlord Eddie Maguire. He don't like SA too much.
I'm sick of the South Australians.
But SA is always that underdog that just keeps on swinging. So, Dan Ann, we know you like beers.
Get on the beers.
So let me make the maths really simple for you and quote the infamous IG shit Adelaide. We have approx 130 small bar licenses in the CBD and over 200 veladors. I think they mean celladors, but it's 2020. I don't know. I could have missed something. You can visit one each day and it'll take you a year to get around to them all. Or you can just stay home and complain that there's nothing to do in Adelaide. And we've been able to visit a bunch of these venues for weeks now. We haven't had a COVID case in ages. And yes, it's at this point that furious Victorians will say, yeah, that's only because SA has millions of people less than Victoria. More reason to live here. Chill out. We have a giant Shackers by the beach. I think Big Danny Boy's just a little bit jealous that he can't really sink his teeth into some naughty waters with his boys at the pub.
Beers. Get on the beers.
It was only Sunday just gone where he announced from Monday, June 22, pubs and clubs will be allowed to serve drinks without a meal up to 50 people. Adelaide's been doing that for a while, hasn't it? So we've got one more weekend to really rub it into the face of Danny Boy and his crew. So here's my challenge to the good people of South Australia. Go forth and charge God's nectar at one of SA's many great venues, and then head down to Rundle Mall and take a drunken selfie of you riding the pigs. Because they turn 21 on the 3rd of July and that's worth celebrating. And feel free to chuck a Drake salute to the great Danny Andy. Actually, don't do that. That's going too far for legal reasons. I don't condone that. But as always, Adelaide's got it going on right now, Danny. It's just a shame you're not allowed in.
And that's what must be done. Beers. Get on